Alright, let's talk about Cruel Kingdom, the new offering from Oni Press's revival of EC Comics. Oni Press has bought the rights to publish a new label of EC Comics with the proper EC Comics labeling and everything. But rather than, rehash Tales from the Crypt and all that stuff, what they're doing is brand new titles, which I appreciate. There's probably a legal issue there too that they can't use the titles, but Haunt of Fear and Vault of Horror and all that stuff they can't do. But what they're doing is brand new stuff. So they have like two other things, and there's also Shiver Suspense stories, but there's Epitaphs from the Abyss, and their science fiction one, and I can't remember the title of it offhand right now, but this is a new thing, Cruel Kingdom, issue 1. So Cruel Kingdom is fantasy-based horror, and when I say fantasy-based, I mean like the traditional like Knights and Dragons and all that stuff. Here are the credits, and as you can see, there's 4 stories, and so it's an anthology horror comic. But this one is going to take place in fantasy-inspired lands. So this one is called Blood of the Robo King. So this little village here makes a robot that fights their battles for them. And here he is doing just that, destroying guys. And then they turn it off, right? And then they turn it back on whenever they need it. And a rival kingdom makes a similar robot. And the two robots get in their head how to more efficiently carry out their programming. Oh boy, it's pretty brutal. The next one is called Friendly Visitors. So Friendly Visitors is aliens who are basically an astronaut, like humans, come to a fantasy-inspired land that looks like The Hobbit or something like that. And they encounter this old woman who basically dispatches them. I'm not going to give it away. Dispatches them. They might come in peace or something, but they're trying to expand their empire into this world. So like they're not hostile, but like no one wants that, right? So there's another thing called Death and Pickaxes, which is sort of Snow White inspired, with this guy who, this gnome or dwarf or whatever, who wants to serve this Snow White inspired girl and does so in brutal ways. I won't get into how, but like it involves a pickaxe and a lot of blood. Here you see some of it there. And the last one is called The Demon's Face, about people who are trying to like take out a sword from this demon's face in a big mountain, and no one can do it, and someone finally does do it, and the results aren't what they thought it was going to be. So I'm being vague a lot on a lot of these, but it's a horror title, and they don't skimp on the blood and gore, and all of the fantasy inspired horror is pretty creative and imaginative, so it's pretty cool. This is a great comic. I love what they're doing with these EC titles. This is sort of like a sleeper hit to me, because I don't think a lot of people are talking about these. But they keep coming out with these new titles and everything, and they're great. That Suspense Stories thing, Shiver Suspense Stories, I think it was called, was the best of these. It was really great. Now, that was a holiday-inspired issue. It was issue 1, and I don't know if they're going to do a one-shot, but like I hope they do more issues of that. But that was great, and I think I reviewed that on this channel. But this is incredible too. Pick this up. Cruel Kingdom, promising start. I hope they do a lot more issues of this, and check out the other EC comics in this in this new revival of EC from Oni Press. Good stuff. I recommend it. So, if you like what you saw, please give a like to this video, and please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Lots of great comic book stuff on here. So, until next time, take care.